back, everybody. Episode 9 of Parlays and Paddles. I'm your host, Alec, aka Hof, here with the one and only Matty Cush. Say what up.
What's up, guys? Good to be back. Missed y'all.
Yeah, missed y'all. We did skip a week. As you may or may not have known, I've been in Mexico for my wedding. So
We've been.
yeah, we both have been. Yeah. So it's been a busy week. Obviously, the wedding took priority, and we did miss out on an episode. So
I think it's a fair excuse.
absolutely,
I think it's a
absolutely,
fair excuse.
one of few excuses that are justifiable for that.
Yeah,
When you say,
exactly. And I'll be the first to, not the first, because so many people have said this, but first recorded to tell you what a beautiful wedding it was, Al.
thank you, dude.
You guys did great.
Thank you, man.
I'm glad you're married.
Yeah,
About damn time.
got the ring on and everything.
About damn time.
About
And no, we're happy for you. Everyone's super stoked. I don't think anything went wrong.
No,
Like, it was perfect.
it was so much fun. I was there from Sunday to Monday. I've taken the last couple days off of work just
Which,
to.
sorry, side note, not to cut you off, that's a long ass time to be in Mexico.
I know.
That's a
right?
long time to be in Mexico.
I'm surprised I survived without like something going horribly wrong in terms of, getting a little stomach bug or just getting worn down over the week. But I enjoyed every second of it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And probably the best week of my life that I've ever had.
You knew that resort like the back of your hand by the end of it. You're like, Portofino's, dinner. Shout
Yeah.
out Portofino's.
All the different restaurants that they had there.
Yeah.
It was a blast, dude. Good to be home in some sense. I do miss the resort, but it is good to be home and be back into life and start getting everything that we've been putting off done in terms of house and finances and life and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But thanks for bearing with us. Sorry for missing an episode, and we'll be pretty consistent here on out. Possibly something like that happens again when Matt gets married. Again, another justifiable excuse.
We're not going for a week. We'll only be gone for the weekend. So
True.
maybe we're able to sneak an episode in before.
I think we will be actually.
And we'll talk a lot about the wedding.
Yeah.
A little bit later, just like all details. Are you having any sort of like dopamine hangover?
A little bit. I mean, it was just so much fun. I think it's less that I'm bummed about not being there and more being bummed about like the return to work and the grind of daily life.
Sure.
But hey, all good times have to come to an end, as you always remind me, and that's a good way to put it.
Yep.
And hey, that's a sign that everything went really well and we had so much fun. Is that like you miss being there and that you're sad it's over? If everything went wrong, you'd be like, get me the hell out of here,
True.
get me back. So
True. I wish I stayed one more day. I was employed at the time.
yeah,
So that went into the decision of when we left. But I think another quote that I always go back to is I'd rather leave a day early wishing that you could stay longer
yep,
versus staying one day too many and being like, oh, I should have left yesterday kind of thing.
yeah.
So the fact that I left wanting more means, like you said, it was a success. It was fun. All good things must come to an end, man.
Totally. We did miss you on that last day. It was mostly just Angie, I, and Jacob, and then a couple other of Angie's family members there. But we did miss you and Kaylin on that last day. So
Now, when you got Chan tearing up on the way out, it was a successful trip.
I know, right? And we were
It's like I just feel so much.
hey, he's awesome for that. Chan was a superstar this weekend. He was my best man.
MVP of the
And he
weekend.
crushed it on all fronts, just from being there for me to his speech, the best man speech at the reception. But I had so much fun with everybody. And it just has me looking forward to your wedding and
Yeah.
all the other people's weddings that are coming up soon. There's a couple more people in my life that are getting married throughout this year and early next year. So
Yeah, we're all following suit,
I know we're all going to be wifed up and married men by then.
which
so.
I'm so excited to be done with the planning phase. I'm sure you are too. And again, the fact that it all went well. We just got back from our tasting today.
Yeah, how'd that
And
go?
It was awesome, man.
So give me the rundown. Like, what does that mean? Like, what'd you taste?
Yeah, like we tasted. I'm stuffed right now. I'm so full.
That's awesome.
We had all the appetizers. We had 6 to choose from. We got to try all 6.
Oh, nice.
Not appetizers exactly, but like
Hors
where they're
d'oeuvres.
like walking around.
Yeah,
you
little,
know?
little hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah. So we got to choose 4 of those. So we chose 4.
Are they secrets
They're
or are you?
dank. I can say it. So we got burnt ends,
Hell yeah.
We got a Wagyu beef strip, which
Okay.
was my favorite. So good. Um, we got a chicken skewer,
Nice.
and the
Shout out
last
Dean.
shout out Dean, and the last one was a beef Wellington bite.
Okay, and that's with, like, the bread crust
Yeah,
around it and everything?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
awesome.
We had a couple other options, but those are the ones we went with.
That sounds
Um,
delicious, dude.
Dude, what I'm most excited about
Yeah.
is the lobster and corn bisque,
Ooh.
and it's got, like, bacon in it. They give you so much lobster in the middle, and then they drizzle the not drizzle, but then they pour the soup around it,
Yeah,
and it's so good.
but it's, like, meat heavy.
It's heavy.
And
Yeah,
is
like,
that an hors d'oeuvre or is that
that's gonna be, like, the appetizer.
okay,
So it's the when you sit down, first thing that we eat.
yeah.
And then for dinner, you have the choice between chicken and a beef rib, a
Yep.
short rib. Highly recommend that. The chicken was good. Highly recommend the beef short rib
For dinner, yep.
for dinner.
I'll keep that in mind.
And then we got to taste our cakes
Okay.
options. We're gonna go with you're able to choose 2 flavors. So we're going with a carrot cake, which was delicious.
I love carrot cake.
Carrot cake and a berries something
Berry cake, yeah.
berry cake. What I didn't know is the cake itself is not the cake.
Yeah.
It's just a little sliver of real cake, and then it's styrofoam,
right.
and then they take it away, and then they plate all the cake
Right. The
outside.
real
I didn't know they
cake.
did that.
They didn't do that for my wedding.
Okay.
Although also nobody ate cake at my wedding. I
I
think
had, like, a bite.
you had something.
I think I had a bite.
Okay,
Yeah.
because they had dessert.
But I'm not a sweet tooth guy, so I knew I was only gonna try it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I did have oh, man, I forgot what it is.
Was it the dessert?
Yeah,
at
it
the
was
reception.
it was one of the desserts. Yeah, it
Okay.
was one of the desserts. But I'm not like I said, not a sweet tooth guy. So I had a bite of your cake.
Okay, cool. It wasn't anything special. I
Yeah,
mean,
it was
mostly for the ceremonious
yeah.
fact
yeah.
of cutting a cake, right?
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
pictures came out great, and there was
Pictures were awesome.
some surprise fireworks behind Angie and I.
Oh, it was
when we did
like a
that.
movie, dude.
So,
it was like a movie.
That was way
I was
cool.
like, "Hey, Alec, was this the surprise you were telling me about?"
No, the fireworks were
I was
completely
I was
unplanned.
trying to give you credit. I was like, "Angie, Alec's been setting this up."
Oh shit. Well, that's awesome, dude. I'm very much looking forward to eating the food at your wedding.
It'll be good. And yeah, like as the tasting went well. They really treated us well. We got there, we had a private room, had champagne ready for us.
really?
We went through all the different plannings. We have our, wedding planner, and then there's like the hotel coordinator as well. And they went through like the whole day, the whole weekend, frankly. So I feel much better. We have about 5 or 6 things we need to do. We
Yeah.
got some homework.
Yep.
But other than that, like, I feel very comfortable going into
That's awesome.
we're only 46 days away, dude.
I know, and dude, it's gonna fly by.
I know.
It's gonna fly by.
I'm excited. Especially moving. Like, we have so much to do between now and then. I feel like it's gonna go so fast.
Yeah, it's gonna go so fast. But it's good you're checking things off the list.
Yeah.
And not that there was anything wrong with the food at the resort we stayed at for
No,
my
it was
wedding,
fine.
but I am very much so looking forward to the food at your wedding. I think that's gonna be a huge highlight for me.
I will say the Broadmoor is pretty good about that.
I mean, yeah, 5-star, 5-star.
Yeah, so they're pretty good about, and it's not cheap by any means.
Right.
Like you kind of get what you pay for a little bit.
Totally.
with it. But yeah, no, the food's gonna be a highlight for sure.
Dude, I'm so stoked. Well, I'm getting amped for you. We got your bachelor party coming up soon.
Yes, we do.
We have a fly fishing trip coming up next weekend.
A week from Friday.
I'm taking Lane and his dad fishing the week after.
Nice.
I forget. We have something else on my calendar, but I'd look today. Like, I'm busy the next like 6 weekends in a row. Like,
Hell yeah.
no time for anything else. So it is gonna come fast.
It'll come fast, and it'll be a fun 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, we're on 3 of the 4 trips that you got going
Hell yeah.
together. So,
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, we have a big update. We'll have a lot of content for you guys after next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We got to take a ton of videos.
Oh yeah.
We're also going through the Broadmoor. They have a fly fishing
Lodge.
lodge. Yeah, camp per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's on Terriell Creek,
Yeah.
over in South Park or
Mhm.
somewhere around there.
And we just have it's going to be Al and I as partners.
Yeah.
And we got a private guide to ourselves, and we have probably, I think, 8, men going,
Yeah.
including us.
Yeah.
So we have like 3 or 4 guides between the 8 of us.
Is it the same crew as last
Yeah,
year?
so Kelly's not coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last minute, I think he had a conflict, so that's a
Okay.
bummer. Other than that, same group.
Well, such a treat, such a privilege for me. I'm very thankful to be invited back, and I hope that continues. If not,
Absolutely. You were a MVP of like last year's trip. So
oh,
when when I even if my dad did come,
yeah.
you were still gonna be invited.
Hell yeah, dude. No, it's such a great group of boys, and obviously, I love your future father-in-law, Pat. He's such a great guy,
Great
generous
guy.
guy, and fun
Yeah.
conversation to have
Yeah.
with him and everyone else. So
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
I'm
It'll be
s-
a good time.
I'm stoked, man.
Uh,
This year, I want to catch one of those pikes that were in the river. Few people caught a couple pikes last year on streamers, so
okay.
that's
That's your
like
goal.
yeah, or I mean any fish on a streamer because we did a lot of hopper dropper, which was super exciting. We did almost no nymphing last time.
No, it was just that one rig. And then he was teaching me how to stream a little bit.
Yeah, dude, and you were
Which
hitting
was
them on the
I
streamer.
yeah, I did. When it was the second day, like the second half of the day, I was just throwing streamer and it was fun.
That was a ton of fun,
Yeah,
especially
it
with
was
those fish that are not very pressured and they're willing to take a fly. So
yeah. I will say I hope Pat and Blake, I hope they get the guide that we had last time.
yeah, I think his name was Steve.
Steve maybe or Scott. I think it started with an S.
Steve or Scott.
Steve sounds right.
Okay.
And he was just all time
Oh yeah.
guy. So
Very knowledgeable and kind of gauged your skill level as a good guide should and be like, okay, you can go do your own thing, or here, let me give you a couple
which
pointers.
with Al and Al just went off and did his own thing. So I had basically a private guide just to myself. He's like, "Oh, that boy can fish."
I think, well,
I'm gonna stick with you, Matt.
one of the few times ever that I caught a fish on the very first cast was at that trip, was when we pulled
Oh,
up
was
to
it?
that cow pasture part above Terry Res. Very first cast of the day, caught a fish. I think that the guide was like, okay,
He knows what he's
you
doing.
can go do your thing.
Yeah,
But
he knows what he's doing.
I love how they lay it out for you. You know, obviously it's nice not having to bring your own rods and gear and stuff like that.
I will to get pampered. Like
Yeah.
again, take advantage of it.
For sure.
Let them do it. We're paying for it, right? Like,
And
let's do it.
and a nice fish camp kiss at the end of the day.
I'm sorry, say that again.
A fish camp kiss, our favorite cocktail.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I was like, I don't remember kissing you.
No. No,
I don't remember us
No.
crossing that line.
It was a Broadmoor signature drink. I think
I just forgot that.
it's a nice bourbon. We were lucky
Yeah.
enough to be drinking that Blanton's.
We were crushing Bland's. Yeah,
Shout out Blanton's.
one of these came from that for sure.
And then it's I think ginger beer, maybe a little like grenadine,
Yeah, that
or
sounds
and
right.
some Aperol.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then they put it on a little toothpick with a
We need to look for the other letters. I
Yeah,
think
what
it
are you
has a
missing?
B, L, and N.
so you need an ATO.
Oh, ATOS, I guess.
Is it
Yeah.
Blanton or Blantons?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I guess we'll have to look.
Hey, but you're like what, about halfway there?
Halfway there, halfway
So-
there.
And you have 2 of 1. That's not sure.
Yeah, I have a couple back at home
So
that we just
maybe you can
we'll go
trade
through
with
whatever.
somebody. That's also a good idea. Maybe Toby has something you can trade for.
You know, what I learned is there's a higher quality Blanton's. I learned this today at the Broadmoor. They have this is like bronze. They
Yeah.
have like gold toppers.
That are actually gold?
I don't know.
That would be crazy.
I don't.
That
They're
would be
just
like
the color gold, I guess.
yeah, okay.
But they're like gold toppers. It's like for the higher end.
Is it like they're
So when I get
tinier?
through that, now I have to go. Yeah,
Or you can do it simultaneously.
I
You
could.
can start
I'm not right now in the market
I
for.
didn't even know that existed.
And Bland's is expensive by
As it
itself.
is.
Yeah,
Must be like their 10 or 15-year bottle or
bottle.
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's cool. Well, I wish you luck on your collecting journey.
Yeah.
We'll see
Hell
them
yeah.
stack up here as we get more.
We're gonna spell it.
But yeah, it's coming up next weekend. This weekend is Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial
You
Day.
got any plans?
No, I don't. I think we're going to do a lot of prep with the house.
Yep.
It's quite incredible how much stuff you can accumulate with 2 kids.
Yep.
So I'll be helping Kaylin whatever she needs. Just
Right.
hey, use me as a mule or
Yeah.
pack this, pack that. She's also one of those people who really likes to like handle it by herself.
Oh yeah.
So
Independent.
yeah, she's an independent woman, which I love about her.
She wouldn't even let me carry her suitcase when she was sick as a dog on the last day in Mexico.
That's her.
I was like,
her.
Kayla, come on, let me do one thing for you.
That's her, man. That's her. So hopefully she lets me help her, but that's probably what we got going on. Maybe hanging with you if you
Yeah.
haven't got anything going on.
Yeah.
Play a little Fortnite, who knows?
Hell yeah, dude. I got a 3-day weekend, which is nice. I just go back to work Thursday, Friday, just long enough to get
Sweet.
caught back up and
Sweet.
get in good standings
Yeah.
with my job. And
Plus your boss is out the rest of the week,
my
so
boss
you're
is
gonna have
out.
0 stress.
Yeah, so
Catch up on emails.
hopefully I could just get to, play catch up and coast into the weekend and then get Monday off. So 3-day weekend for me. I'm probably doing the same though.
Yeah.
Since we've been back, Angie and I have been like deep breath, sigh of relief, kind of that our busy
Mhm.
wedding stuff is over. And now we're like tackling everything we want to do around the house. We have some home projects we want to do. We want to get reorganized. We still got to do our spring cleaning, like do the garage and
Sure.
redo the pantries. We clean our offices back up.
Sure.
And with that, get our finances straightened out as a married couple.
Mhm.
We've had a joint bank account for a while now where we both put in, the money needed to pay our bills jointly. But now we're starting to think about like how much do we want to contribute, if not everything, and then what we want to do with the money that's then, you know, quote unquote profit out of our bills, right? Like what we're spending and then how much we're saving, and then out of what we're saving, how much we want to invest, and then how much
Mhm.
we want to just have in the bank for
All the
emergencies or leftover stuff. So
Yeah.
getting that transferred over and moving all of our expenses coming out of our personal accounts into the joint, because there's still like a couple things like her truck and her horse and stuff like that that we're now gonna fully tie up into one, and then obviously get her name changed legally. And
Mhm. She doesn't think it's gonna be that bad. It's one thing Kaylin's not looking forward to doing. Might be a little harder than Angie thinks, but
it might be.
I hope it goes
I've
easy.
always heard like it's kind of a bitch,
Yeah, it
to get
sounds
done.
like I hate renewing my passport. I hate renewing my driver's license. I
Oh,
hate, all that stuff.
that reminds me, I got to renew my driver's license by like August or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Registration's coming up.
So yeah, but I'm chilling. I'd love to fish a day though. I think Toby wants to fish a day.
Dude, that'd be fun. Let's
So
go up. Let's
probably
go up.
probably do house stuff
Yeah.
2 of those 3 days, but one of those days I'd love to fish.
Let me know.
Maybe the day in the middle, maybe Sunday.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
we can just make a day trip out of it if anything. But I think
Might grill something too.
that'd be fun.
Smoke something maybe.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
Have the boy over, have the boy Jacob over, and have a little
yeah, who
chill
knows?
chill sesh.
Who knows?
But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated what we end up doing this weekend. I hope you guys all have a safe and fun Memorial Day weekend.
Please be safe.
Kind of the
Please be safe.
kickoff of summer, which I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, it's not feeling like it too much right now. It's
Well,
kind of chilly outside.
We left for Cabo when it was warmer in Colorado than it was
Yes.
there. It was like 87 and it was like 82 in Cabo.
Came back to rain.
Came back to 40s and rain
Yeah.
and whatever. I'll take the rain, right?
We kind of need it.
My lawn looks sick right now.
Your lawn
Yeah,
does look sick.
it does need to be mowed, but it's very lush and very green.
Yeah, your lawn does look sick.
So it'll look even fresher after I get a mow in. You want to recap the wedding?
Yeah, let's talk more.
Just a little
wedding.
bit.
Yeah, let's talk
we
more
don't,
wedding.
We don't need to bore everybody with all the details, but
Yeah.
we stayed at a place called Dreams Los Cabos in Cabo San Lucas, and it was amazing. Angie and I did a bunch of research on what venue to pick, what resort to pick. We made a bunch of spreadsheets and categorized like everything that goes into being at a resort, and that was our pick. We'd never been there, nor did we do a preliminary stay. Some people like go visit the resort
it
for a weekend and
Yeah.
like make sure it's what they want.
Mhm.
We didn't do that. We just did our research and sent it, and I think it couldn't have worked out better.
I agree. I agree. It was a beautiful venue. It was a beautiful venue, right on the beach.
Mhm.
Couldn't go into the ocean
Not right there.
right
no.
there. We had to walk about 30 minutes down the beach, and then there was a spot we could go in.
Yeah.
But the venue itself was gorgeous.
And that didn't matter a whole lot because obviously you're like in the pool.
We were in the pool.
most of the time at the swim up bar, but it was nice that we did do that. That was one of my highlights of the week was walking down to the swimmable part. And
Yeah.
but the break there is so intense. There's huge waves and big, rip tide. So
The undertow is crazy. Like you could actually see like where you would get pulled in. Like you could see that.
yeah.
I saw a couple like dumb guys on the beach like trying to get in.
Right there at
The
resort.
first day I was there.
They get yelled at or
I bet they got yelled at. Yeah, because I was like, you guys can't.
yeah.
You
I think
can't.
the Mexican Coast Guard like
like
patrols a
patrols
little
it.
bit to try to prevent them having to rescue
Well, I
somebody.
remember walking with Kaylin down the beach once, and, the Coast Guard was kinda following us, like, making sure this dumb couple doesn't get in. Now, Kaylin is not a she wouldn't have gotten in, but
Anyway,
yeah, well, like, we knew, but, they were, like, following us, making sure.
yeah, even getting your like knees deep
Yeah.
could be dangerous
Yeah.
because those waves, dude. The first day I got there,
They're massive.
they were no joke, like 15 feet tall. Like
Yeah.
if you just got knocked over, you would get swept.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. But I think, a big highlight was that day that we walked to where you could get in.
absolutely,
There's probably, what, like, 8 or 9 of us just, like, floating
yeah.
at one point in this little cove.
Yeah, that was fun. I would consider maybe staying at that resort just to have that access
That
next
was a
time.
cool resort too.
It
I think
looked
it was the
nice.
Hilton,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, back to the resort. I think one of the best parts of it was its size. Like it wasn't too small where you were like, walking all over each other and like didn't have enough to do, but it was small enough where you could get everywhere within like a couple minutes walk.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes you can walk across the resort,
There was
tops,
a bar and or restaurant like around every corner.
every corner.
Like one of my also highlights was like, let's meet at Lobby Bar for a drink before we go to the swim up bar at the pool.
Exactly,
Stuff like
exactly,
that.
exactly.
Food was really good.
Food was good,
Yeah,
restaurants were good, good service. The service was really good.
absolutely.
All you needed to do was bring some cash for tips,
Yeah.
you know?
Standard all inclusive,
Yeah, yeah,
Mexico style. You could tip them a couple bucks here and there for
yeah,
drinks and food and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I had so much fun.
I had a great time. I think the highlights for me were the pool days.
Yep.
Really just put your swimsuit on, everyone go meet lobby bar or just meet at the
Wherever. Yeah.
pool,
Any
wherever.
bar, restaurant.
And then, yeah, just like hanging out,
Yep.
people watching a little bit and listening to music and having cocktails and love
Mingling.
that our buddy Jacob joined us in some drinks.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
loosened up a little bit, which was cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean that's probably like obviously the ceremony was a huge highlight too.
Yeah.
Like that whole day was
Matt
awesome.
was a groomsman. It was fun
Yep.
getting ready with all the my boys. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yep.
That was fun.
That picture of you and Chan when Chan's putting
My coat, my
your
jacket
coat
on.
on, and then he took a picture through the camera photo or
The finder, the
yeah,
viewfinder.
yeah, through the preview,
Yeah.
and I think that's a sick picture.
That was a cool pic for sure.
And a good moment. I get like Chan MVP of the weekend. He, you know, was crying the whole ceremony, dude. Like
More than me. Yeah.
I know he just was so happy for you, and then crush it on the dance floor. Dancing was definitely a highlight for me.
Oh my god.
Kaylin and I do enjoy dancing,
Yeah.
so
You guys killed it on the dance floor.
we have a good time.
I'm
We
excited
have
to
a
see
good
your
time.
first dance.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a little razzle dazzle to it.
we're gonna start prepping it a little bit, maybe a little easy lifts and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely a dip in there, but yours and Angie's was
It was
beautiful.
basic, but it was just, just our
Yeah.
time to. That's why I kept reminding her. I'm like, we're not dancers in any regard, and we're not here to put on a show. Like that's our moment of just
Yeah.
like we just did it. Like we
Yeah.
get to, have this together moment, look in each other's eyes, little swaying around, a couple spins, whatever. But
Yeah, and all of your friends and family were just like so happy for you guys. Like I remember having a great view. I was had a little
yeah,
video going
yeah,
for you.
great video.
But yeah, everyone was just like ecstatic because
Yeah.
again, everything went so well up to that point, and then it went well after. But it was just like
Mhm.
there was zero bad vibes, zero drama, zero
No
fights,
incidents,
no
yeah,
incidents,
no injuries,
no injuries,
no real sicknesses. I mean, a couple people had like a tummy ache or a little bit of a bug by the end of it, which is honestly a little typical
Yeah,
of
to
a
be expected
of
with
of a
Mexican.
Mexican wedding. Sometimes the water's not always the best quality, so if you end up ingesting a little bit of that, you might get a little bit sick. But everybody that I've talked to, it was like a 1-day thing, and they were
Yeah,
like back to normal.
yeah, it's like because
It's like 2 people.
it was 2 people, and you have on like kind of our prep here, like what are the lowest points or whatever. It's like I don't know if I have any, dude.
Right.
The only thing is Kaylin did get sick the last morning. It did suck because we were flying that day,
Yeah.
but she did great, on the drive to the airport, on the flight, on the drive home. No incidents,
Yeah.
but, that morning was a little bit tougher.
Yeah. No fun being sick, let alone traveling
She
sick.
did make the mistake of brushing your teeth with the water.
Which I did as well,
I
and I was
know.
worried about that, and I
Yeah.
was just, like, ready to say "F it," and, like, I
Yeah.
deal with what I
I'm
get.
glad you didn't
I
get
didn't get
sick.
anything. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't get
glad you
sick.
didn't. That's probably where it came from,
Yeah,
nothing.
probably. The color of the water wasn't perfectly clear as we were
It's
used to, but
Mexico's not known for their water, let's
that's
put it
how
that
it goes.
way. Yeah.
We did go fishing one day,
Mhm.
which was we split up into 2 groups. They were both, like, 35 to 38-foot boats, and we split up. There was, like, 13 of us. I think we did a crew of
7,
7,
8
7 and 6, yeah.
or 7 and 6, yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, Matt's boat and my boat that we were on with a few other people,
Struck out, dude.
we didn't we struck out. We saw a couple and we had some opportunities. One of the lines went off once and we did have a fish on for a second there and lost it. But we came up short. We only did a half day, so
The thing that I didn't love about that is you're completely out of control.
yeah.
Like, they're kinda doing everything for you and
Yeah.
then would let you reel it in if you got it, but
Mhm.
it's not like when we're on the river and you're like, "Oh, I just gotta change this part of my cast so that I can,
And
cook
everything's
one."
on you. Like, if you
Yeah.
have success, that's because you set up your rig and you fish the right spots, and
Yeah.
you can have a little more it's a little more gratifying, right?
Yeah, where this is just we were literally just sitting on the boat doing
Right.
small talk for
Yeah, 6 out
yeah.
having some beers, which I'm happy for, it wasn't necessarily a bad
No,
time, right?
the other boat
They caught
had more success.
Yeah, Lane caught a shark, shout out Lane, he caught a sweet mako shark,
Crazy,
and
crazy.
and then, Lane's father-in-law, Scott, caught, like a 7 or 8-foot marlin, like,
Yeah.
that was badass.
Yeah, badass and great pictures. We can even post that for
Yeah,
Parlays and
we
Paddles, give
should.
them a little shout out.
Absolutely, we should.
And then they ended up taking the marlin home,
Yep.
back to the hotel, and we actually got to, like, have a lunch with it,
Yeah,
the day after your wedding.
and that was definitely a
It
highlight
was
for me.
good,
I had
yeah.
never had any type of, like, swordfish, sailfish
Neither
type
have
of
I.
meat, and I loved the marlin.
Yeah,
It was
it
one
was
of the best meals.
delicious. Yeah, it was
It
delicious.
and it was special, everyone people
It's
that
like
caught
a
it were
cod
there.
dish,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it was so much fun. I'd feel weird if we didn't eat that, so but
Yeah,
and I was, like, apprehensive. I was like, "What is it gonna taste like?"
yeah.
But it was awesome. It was well
Saw
prepared.
saw a ton of dolphins. The
That's
other
cool.
boat saw whales.
Oh, that's way cool.
Um,
Which is rare because it's past
it's
their
past the whale season.
migratory season, yeah.
Yeah,
So they pretty much slapped us in the face.
yeah, yeah.
But I bet they had a ton of fun,
They had a
and
ton of fun.
I would definitely say it's still worth doing because we were on one end of the spectrum where we had, like, kind of one of the slower or most slow days you could have,
Right.
but if you happen to have, like, a good day or an extremely good day, I
Mhm.
bet it's so exciting catching
Well,
those fish.
Curtis was saying the last time he went to the exact same place with his father back when I think he said he was like 8 or 9 or something,
Mhm.
caught like 8 mahi-mahi and a marlin.
Yeah.
Where it was just every
20
hour
minutes,
or
yeah,
every
something like that.
whatever it was, you're fighting something. So
So
you definitely can have those days. I wish that we had better luck. I wouldn't change it, or I would still
No.
try. I
No,
would still
I
go out there.
I would do it again knowing that we had a slow day and the odds of having an equally slow day are probably pretty low. I would definitely do it again. But it's like
Yeah.
fishing any day. I mean, some days we catch 2 dozen, other days we catch a handful, right? I
Yeah.
mean, fishing is fishing, it's not catching. So,
Yeah.
but I just try to think of the moment that their boat had, like where they know they have a marlin on and they're seeing it
Mhm.
freaking jump out of the water. I was like, that was probably so
It
exciting.
was probably so sick to
So, hey, shouts to them, they crushed it, but
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
we got to enjoy eating it, and I don't even think we ate, like, half of the meat.
No, I don't know how, like, weight-wise, how much we brought back.
We brought back 70-ish pounds of fish, and it was about, like, 100 and I think 50 or 60-pound marlin, so
Yeah,
70
yeah.
pounds of meat is a lot of meat.
And we had probably, like, 13, 14 people eating it, maybe
Yeah.
even more, I don't know,
Yeah,
and I don't think we finished what they prepared,
which was, like, half
which
of
was
it.
half.
Yeah.
Which was
Yeah,
half.
so they probably had some marlin on there for their
Yeah.
specials that night,
Catch
courtesy
of
of
the
us.
day, catch of the day.
Courtesy of us, yeah, they probably love when people come and ask
Oh,
for
I'm
the food to
sure.
get prepared. They can
And we had to pay extra for it, which I thought was kinda dumb, but
Yeah.
I was like, "This is an all-inclusive resort. and we brought you the fish.
And you're probably,
You're selling
you're
the fish, you're
selling it or
using the fish.
using it, so whatever. But that's how the dice gets rolled every
It
now
was
and then.
$20 a person. It's not bad.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
That was fun.
my probably, I mean, best moment of the trip, obviously for me, was just standing at the altar before all my guys came down. That, all eyes on you. You're like all the weight of the moment is like there. You can feel it. You can feel the energy of all the people watching you, and like,
Mhm.
and then again to have a special moment with all your groomsmen and the bridesmaids, and then obviously watching your bride walk down the aisle.
And you were very successful in your crying.
Yeah,
You
not too much.
all you wanted was a single tear, and I think I saw one tear
Yeah,
go down. Like, you
yeah.
did exactly what you said you were gonna do.
No, I wasn't bawling, but I was a little choked up, and
Mhm.
as I wanted to be, and as I was. But that was awesome. I felt it all, and it was a beautiful ceremony, and it just went by so fast. I
It
mean,
did go by
if I could
fast.
replay the day, I would, every day of my life. That was an awesome moment. I'm
Yeah.
so lucky to have such an awesome person as in my life. So,
All the speeches went really well.
yeah,
You know, Chan, your father, your mother,
Toby,
Toby,
Dean,
Dean did really great.
yep,
Um,
everyone crushed
I
speeches.
think that's it. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry,
No,
but
I think
every
that's
every
oh,
speech.
Corey, Angie's
Corey,
sister, yeah,
thank you. I thought I was missing somebody. Yeah, everyone did great.
yep, everyone crushed.
Um, and then yeah, the dancing was fun. Like exactly what you wanted to happen. You were like the goal is for the reception to happen and everyone has a good time. And then there was a little club, quote
Yeah,
unquote club
at
at
the
the
resort.
resort. And it was really just the party,
Yeah.
just the guests or whatever.
When we showed up, we made it a party.
Yeah,
That's for
yeah.
sure.
And then we did karaoke the next night in the same
Yeah.
spot. That was fun. We got up, sang Piano Man.
Oh, yeah, it's
That
been in
was
my head the
fun.
last couple days, so just swaying back and forth
It
as we
was
did.
me and Jacob and then you and Chan.
Yep.
And, I will say once Piano Man happened, I think that was probably the 3rd or 4th song, we got more people coming. So
Yeah.
I think we brought the party
Yeah,
with us.
and people were like, fuck it, I'm going to do a song now." That probably wouldn't have, so it was
Yeah, yeah.
people getting out of their comfort zones. That's what you gotta do at karaoke because it's
You
all
and
about.
Angie did one?
Yeah, we did, what was it? "Don't Stop Believing"?
Yeah, yeah.
That was fun, dude. It's
Yeah.
like, whatever, corny, but awesome.
Yeah,
Same.
everyone's singing with you in the crowd, like, it was all good vibes. It
Yeah.
was all good vibes.
A lot of the time I leave a vacation or like time off or some trip and be like, "Oh, I wish I did more of this," or like, "I wish I didn't do that and did that instead." And that's something I battle with, but I don't think I had a single feeling of that. I did everything I wanted to do. Everything went off as I wanted it to go. It exceeded my expectations in all ways, and just a complete success. So yeah, I'm back to your question. I maybe am a little bit down that it's all over. But it was
That's
just so
okay.
much fun, and I got memories with everybody
I was
that
gonna say memories you'll never forget.
Yep. So
Yeah.
so yeah, dude, you're up next.
I'm up next. Now I'm feeling the pressure of executing kind of the same thing, just making sure everything goes smooth.
Oh, it will.
We're gonna go golfing on Saturday, which I'm super excited about.
Yep.
We're gonna do. I got reservations for us at the grill the day of the wedding for lunch. Just kind of all the guys while the girls are getting
All
ready.
groomsmen.
All the groomsmen and like parent like dads,
Right.
brother. Like it's not. I'm trying to.
Is it guys only?
Well, it's not like I'm trying to make it guys only, but I think all the women will be getting ready by that point, or like be
Yeah.
with Kaylin.
Because they take like twice as long.
They take a little longer. Yeah, they take a little longer, and we have pictures like not far, after that and all that. So, but golf will be sick. We're gonna go on. I'm going up on Friday. You're coming Saturday.
I'm coming Saturday morning, staying Saturday night and Sunday night.
And you're not missing anything on Friday. We're really just gonna go and find like a restaurant to go to.
Right.
Like,
Right.
just gonna hang out. Saturday will be a lot of fun. Make sure you're there. I guess golf is at 8:30, so make
Yeah.
sure you're there kind of early.
We'll be there earlier in the morning. Hopefully
You can
they
drop
let us
so
check in.
so you can drop your bags off. The room probably won't be ready, but Angie can still go to the pool.
Go to the pool,
And
go
like
to the restaurant.
you have
so-
access as soon as you get there to all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other stuff.
And there'll probably be other people that she knows rolling in shortly after that she
Yeah.
can start hanging with, like your
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah, I don't think Jacob's golfing. I think Jacob
Right.
will be
Jacob
around.
will be around.
Yeah. So, yeah, my mom, my sister, you guys know my sister,
Yeah, some of Kaylin's
Um,
family.
Kaylin's family and friends.
Mhm.
So yeah, she'll be able to entertain herself for sure
Oh,
for
I'm
a couple
sure.
hours. Yeah.
At the Broadmoor? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure, dude, and I'm
Yeah.
sure everything will go off so well. I mean, if anybody probably has their weddings down to a T, it's
The
probably the
Broadmoor, yeah,
Broadmoor,
yeah.
so
And they've been so helpful, you know, as soon as you sign the contracts, they're
they're like,
helpful.
"Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
anything you need."
you do have to, like, get, like, in with them a little bit,
Yeah,
but, no, they've been super helpful. Again, like I said, I feel so much better after today, after the tasting today.
for sure.
So, yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited, 46 days, so it's coming
It's
soon,
gonna
and
go by fast.
we'll hopefully have some fireworks too the night before, 4th of July, so,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
and my only, piece of wisdom is, and I'm sure you already know this, is, enjoy these 46 days out,
Okay.
because when I was, like, whatever, 40 days out, I was so excited. You have the bachelor party to look forward to,
Yeah.
you have the wedding weekend to look forward to, and,
Yeah.
like, now is the exciting time, right? Because you have all that to look forward to and that anticipation.
Yeah.
Like, if I could go back 40 days and do it all over again,
You would.
absolutely I would, dude, like,
Alright,
you
alright.
know what I mean? Like, this is, like, the most exciting period of your life, obviously,
Yeah,
so,
yeah, no, I
you have
I
so much.
appreciate that. I'll I won't take it for granted, how's
No,
that? And the
absolutely.
bachelor party will be sick. It's a golf-based bachelor party
Yep.
here in Colorado. We're
Oh,
gonna
go
go
Lynx.
we're gonna go to a 2 pretty nice courses,
And stay at a
um,
sweet house on the lake.
sweet house on the lake, hopefully play some beer die.
Definitely play some beer dive.
Yeah, you're gonna meet all my college buddies, like
And maybe get to swim around in the water, like,
yeah,
who
who
knows?
knows?
Maybe I bring a fly rod and dick around
Yeah,
every now
toss the
and then.
line and
Yeah,
who
why not?
knows?
So,
No, it'll be a good time, so I'm looking forward to everything on the horizon.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Well, I'm stoked for you, and, obviously lean on me for anything you need, dude. Here
absolutely.
for you.
I will.
I'm a groomsman at his wedding as well, so
Yes, you are.
double bonded on special moments,
Yes,
so
you are, you are.
well, that's enough about us.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was a good couch combo right
That's a
there.
great
Like,
couch
we had
convo.
a lot to catch up on. A lot's
Absolutely.
happened since the last
That's
time.
probably the majority of the episode, but I
Yeah,
think we covered it well, hit all the high points.
yeah.
Oh, one more low point about my wedding stay was that I had, water in my ear for, like, a solid 24 hours.
Yeah, which that's just the worst.
And it was the day before the wedding when it happened, and I woke up on wedding day with water still in my ear, and I was so bummed about it. I was like, if this doesn't come out before the wedding and I'm yelling at people and can't hear stuff, it's gonna, like, ruin my mood.
Yeah, that'd be a
Um,
bummer, but
Came out that morning.
came out that morning, and I heard you were just on the treadmill,
Oh, yeah.
like, walking like this.
Oh, yeah. I was, like, stomping my foot.
And then once it came out, I'm sure you were so
Oh
stoked.
my god. I was like, "It came out. Oh my gosh, I'm a free man." Also, hey, I don't know what your day looks like, wedding day. I guess we're all no,
Yeah,
no, wedding
so
day.
wedding day, we just are going to meet up, have that lunch.
Yep.
I'm supposed to have something to eat, although I know I'm gonna be, like, a little bit nervous and excited, so
I
I'm
didn't
not
eat
gonna be
much
hungry.
myself.
I think I'm just gonna have a bite, but they're like, "Make sure
You have something.
you have something." So as my groomsman, you have to make sure that I eat something.
Yeah,
Maybe have a
totally.
drink, right? Like, just
Totally.
kinda chill, and then we're all going to someone's room. I don't know which room to get ready.
I bet they might do a similar
They
thing.
didn't comp one. They said that I had to choose somebody's room,
Oh,
so I think
well,
it might
you can
be
do mine. You
yeah,
can
well, I might do Jacob's too
yeah,
because it's just him and his,
true.
or I could do my dad or mom's or
Yeah,
something,
you'll
like
figure that out.
yeah, yeah.
Well, also, I don't again, do your own thing and, whatever feels right to you, but I do highly recommend the early morning workout.
Okay.
Get the extra energy out that you have. You got
Yeah.
nerves, you
I'll
got
meet you at the gym.
yeah, like wicked or it could be short, 30 minutes, but break a little sweat.
Yeah,
We might be hungover from the night before, who knows? And, I mean, probably will a
probably
little
a
bit.
little bit.
And, kinda clears the mind, get that dopamine rush from the workout,
Yeah.
and you get that extra energy out. So I highly recommend
Well, I'll meet you at the gym if
let
you're gonna be there.
let's do it, dude. Let's
Yeah.
absolutely do it, dude.
Because there's nothing really that morning. It's
Yeah, I'll be your right-hand man there, and
yeah,
we'll, do a little jog or get a lift in or something, and
yeah,
so
sounds good.
and I think that's, like, a good way to start the wedding day is, like,
Plus, I want my arms to be huge.
nice. Yeah, you
Yeah.
might have a little, pump or
Yeah, just have
swell going on. Hell yeah, dude. Sweet. Wanna talk
um,
sports?
yeah, let's talk sports. Well, our parlay lost again.
Oh, yeah, we can recap last week. I lost the personal bet, 76ers money line. the one game the
The
Avs
one
lose,
game.
you picked, which
Yeah, the
lost.
one game.
And then we had a triple leg with Chan Plant, our producer's
Yep.
pick
Yep.
in there. You had Lakers plus 8.5, which busted.
Yep.
I had, I think, a Canes bet, which busted, and Chan had, I think, Spurs minus 4.5, which I think did hit.
Yeah, Chan's hit.
But
Mine did not. I don't remember what happened with the Canes.
yeah,
But yeah.
so obviously we're 0-8. We are really trying to get one on the board.
We're really not
We
trying to
apologize.
lose every single week.
I will say we're still doing decent overall for our personal picks. I mean, like even record and just below even
Just
record
below.
isn't bad.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to come back up.
Yep.
We do only have about a month left before we
Reset.
wipe the board.
Which we knew need to reset, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But I agree, we're not doing terrible, and if we do go on a little bit of a run, we have a chance to hit above 50%, and that would be fantastic.
Dude, if we end up above 50% for this, period of time,
Yeah.
again, that's better than most sports betting people do.
And we are going to get better.
Yeah.
Like, we are learning, this is the first year of us doing this.
And these picks are sports that Matt and I don't specialize in. As you know, we're football guys.
Yeah.
And then we did start with college basketball, which, we probably both put second in our knowledge of
Yeah.
different sporting events. But hey, if we end up 6-5, 6-4, something like that,
Goal is to be positive.
and I think that'll be great.
Yeah, goal is to be positive.
Looking ahead, what do you have for your next best bet?
Yeah, so best bet for me, again, this is going to come out Thursday, so I'm trying to look into the future. We're recording on Wednesday. So no games tonight, unfortunately.
Well, there is games tonight, but
yeah,
we can't pick.
that we can't pick. I'm gonna go Knicks alt spread minus 4.5. That's tomorrow on
21st.
Oh, is it tomorrow? I'll confirm that it's tomorrow. I think it is. Yeah, because the Spurs are playing tonight, Knicks are playing tomorrow.
Yep.
So alt spread Knicks minus 4.5 over the Cavs. Crazy comeback.
Those crazy
Comeback for the Knicks. I think that they were definitely on their heels to start that game. What
Yeah.
was it? 25 points or something?
It was something in the 20s.
It was
I think
crazy.
I saw 22 or 23 or something. But
So
it depends when you start the comeback, right?
yeah, so I think that they figured it out. They're still at home. It was a close game one. I think they cover game two, but I am going to be a little bit safe. That's going to be like around minus 140.
Yep.
Minus 140. So yeah,
22-point comeback
22.
as it was. And thanks to Jalen Brunson, who's a dog.
He is a dog.
Absolute
He's a
dog.
dog.
Shout out him.
Yeah, he's a dog. But yeah, that's mine.
My best bet will be Spurs money line on Friday, 522. I don't know the exact odds right now because they have one game to play in between. They play tonight.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be based on what I'm looking at right now for the tonight's game. It'll probably be around even money, maybe even a little bit of plus money, but that will be Spurs' first game at home.
Mhm.
They won for their first game. I could see OKC coming out hot. Their last game at home in the first part of the series. I think OKC probably wins tonight, Wednesday night.
Wednesday night.
And I see Spurs winning their first game at home. So I'm going Spurs money line. You look for it around even money would be my guess. It might sway depending on how tonight's game goes as
Yeah,
well.
I could see it being a little plus, like plus 100 or something.
Yeah.
Now, I agree with you 100%. I think OKC got stunned. Wemby is a dog.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Wemby is crazy. I think that it was great that they won the first game. I don't think OKC loses 2 games at home.
No, I don't either.
So going into San Antonio, I think it's a good bet.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So hopefully me and Matt can keep tallying W's on the personal side of things. And for our parlay of the week, we might throw Chan, our producer's pick, in here when we talk Instagram posts later down the week. But just right now, between Matt and I have Canes money line against the Canadians on 521. You can find that right now at minus 120. That is the Canes' first home game.
Yep.
So I think they'll come out hot at home, and I think they're the better team overall, personally.
I do too.
So I'm going Canes money line, that minus 120. And Matt, what do you got?
I got the Avs money line on Friday, the 22nd.
Yep.
They're at home. This is a minus 175 bet, so straight bet, not the greatest odds.
Not 60
We
minute.
are really trying for our first win though.
I
So I
know.
didn't I'm keeping it under or over, whatever you want to call it, under minus 200.
Yeah.
It is minus 175. So I'm
We're gonna
kind
play
of
it a little bit safer
yeah, I'm kind of toeing the line there.
and get a
But
dub on the board,
that's why. And then when you put it together, we got plus 133 for both of those.
which is great.
Yeah, we throw Chan's in there if he wants to throw a best bet for us on the parlay.
Yeah.
That'll be higher,
Bump it up
obviously.
to a plus 300 or something like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah. But I got Avs money line. Again, Avs are the favorite to win. They are saying that the Avs night series is the real Stanley Cup series, frankly. So anything can happen. That said, I think the Avs are the best team in hockey, and it's championship or bust. So yeah, I got them winning at home on Friday.
And just looking through the rest of the series, you want to make a couple predictions? Who do you think is going to be the finals teams for both sports?
I agree with you that I think Canes are the better team. I got Avs and Canes. I got Avs winning in 5.
Okay,
I
awesome.
got Avs winning in 5.
And what's your take on NBA?
NBA, I mean, the Spurs surprised me.
Yeah.
Winning the first game kind of made me do a double take.
Was it enough?
Was it enough? No. I think they need to take, or they do need to take one more game. No, I guess if it goes to game 7, yeah, it would still be an OKC. So they need to take another game in OKC either way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I do think Oklahoma's a better team record-wise. SGA is the MVP. Wemby is
A freak.
He's a freak. He's
Yeah.
a freak in nature. And seeing his, like the past Instagram posts of him like training with the monks and doing like those crazy
yeah.
hikes and like I actually think changed him
Yeah.
somehow.
He knows how to tap into something mentally.
Something
Like,
else.
he can lock in. Also, it probably helps like focus mid-game,
Yeah.
whether it's going well or going bad, to like stay level-headed, right?
So here's what I'll say. I think OKC wins in 7. I think it goes to 7.
That'd be awesome.
And on the other side, I think the Knicks crush the Cavs, maybe in 5 or whatever. Maybe the
Okay.
Cavs get 1.
Yeah, jump.
And then OKC Knicks are going to be a really good series.
Okay.
I said it, I think 2 weeks ago, still have OKC winning it all. I think they are the best team, but they have a hard road, and the Spurs may upset them. The fact that I'm picking them is bad omen in itself. So I do have OKC, but I would not be surprised if they're upset by the Spurs or the Knicks.
Yeah, I like your takes. I mean, at this point, at least in the West, I definitely think it can go either way. I am going to take the Spurs as the Western Conference champions and making it into the finals.
It's scary betting against Wemby.
It's so scary betting against Wemby. And SGA, the OKC won it last year, right? So
Hard to repeat.
it is hard to repeat. I think that was his shining moment. He also won MVP. So I don't know. I think it might be, the Spurs time. And
I do have a little superstitious take that when a player wins an award like that, like the Heisman or the MVP,
yeah,
that when you take that and go into the championship or the tournament, whatever it is, that almost weighs too much on you, and the other team might have somebody who was battling you for the MVP,
right.
i.e. SGA and Wemby. Like when SGA was getting the award, Wemby was just sitting there and he's like, it did spark something in me.
For sure.
Another example is when Reggie Bush won the Heisman and played Vince Young
Yep. In the Natty.
in the Natty, and then Texas beat UFC. That's another. So I have this like superstitious thing.
Well, to counter that though, Mendoza won Heisman.
True.
And he won the Natty.
That's true.
And then Joker also won MVP the year
And
that
then
they won.
Okay,
So,
true.
I
fair,
mean,
fair.
hey, I'm just throwing it both out there, but I'm on your side. I want Spurs to win. So
Yeah.
there-
Okay.
there we go.
Yeah. No, it's scary betting against Wemby. I'm excited to watch the rest of the series. Like, I'm excited for the game
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
I'm excited to, just see what happens.
And if Avs don't win, I would be thoroughly surprised.
I'd be disappointed for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's championship or bust for them.
It's theirs to lose.
It's theirs to lose.
Yep.
It's theirs to lose. coming back, I think we were in Mexico. We weren't watching the game, but people had it on their phones.
Yeah, one
But
of the nights.
coming back 3-1,
Yep.
or it was 3-1 with 3 minutes left in the third.
Oh, wasn't it
It was
3-0?
3-0 at one point,
Yeah,
but with 3 minutes left in the game,
I know.
they come back and somehow win an overtime
McKinnon had a
4-3.
sick snipe, dude.
So sick.
Dangle, snipe, celly, dude. That's how we used to call it in high school. You dangle, you snipe, and then you celly, man. So
That's the lacrosse.
yeah, a little cross hockey, you know, little thing there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah,
But yeah,
those are our predictions. Ride us, fade us, you know, whatever you choose to do. We'll keep having best bets, and then we kind of got to lock in on baseball for a little bit.
we do.
So neither of us are
Um,
big baseball guys, but we'll study up. We'll,
we
you
get
know,
smarter on it.
and maybe we get a little proppy too. And
Yeah, no runs first inning.
yeah, some nerfies, some maybe
Nerfies.
strikeouts, maybe some home run bets, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So give us a little bit of time to get up to speed on the MLB side of things.
Yeah.
But we got to kind of dial that in because it's got to last us through the rest of the summer.
We do talk all sports here. We do have the World Cup coming up.
Okay.
We could start betting, maybe a little USA to
I know
to
even less
something.
about soccer than I do like any other sport, including baseball. I definitely know more baseball than I know soccer.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I mean, I'll leave that to you. I'll try to get
We'll
refreshed
see.
on it.
Yeah,
but
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that's one of my best bets. It's gonna be yeah, I don't know. World Cup will be fun. In the United States, here it's expensive as hell.
do you know why it was such a big deal that Neymar got picked for the World Cup team?
Well, I think he's older. I think
I'll-
he's starting to like get to the end of his career, or towards the latter half of his career. He's been around for so long.
In my head, I was
and
like, isn't that like,
he's still one of
a
the best
given?
players of all time.
Seemed like everyone was like happily shocked that he made the
Yeah, and
team.
he got emotional. I think he was
Yeah.
crying when he heard. I'm happy for him. I think, his it's gonna be weird not seeing him when eventually that does happen. But I do think it's because there are just better, younger
Younger
guys,
people
yeah,
coming up.
coming up.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Cool.
Already.
Well, we did talk sports,
did
even
talk
though the
wedding.
majority was weddings. So,
Yeah.
do you have a segment for me?
Yeah, I do have a segment for you. Just a quick disclaimer. Keep listening till we hit football season because that is when we are going to be smoking red hot. We're going to be touching the burner, third degree, baby, and things are going to be moving then. So we're happily admitting that we're not baseball, soccer guys, and not even really so much NBA hockey guys. We do dabble in the college basketball, especially around March Madness, but we are known for NFL and college football.
Be patient with us.
So yeah, that's all I wanted to say there. We will talk more about that in the fall. But yeah, last segment of the day, dude. I'm sure you've seen this segment go around in terms of other topics.
Yeah.
But I got to keep 5, lose 5 for you
Okay.
in regard to fly fishing specifically.
Okay.
And excluded from this list, I'm giving you the heads up. I'm not going to put a rod, a reel,
Makes
a
sense.
small assortment of flies, tippet or leader on this list.
Like you need that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are granted the basic rig to catch fish.
Okay.
These
and this
are
is how to enhance
yeah,
from there.
and these can be biased picks based on what you like to see in your setup, in your arsenal. Some of them you may consider necessities, though.
Okay.
I definitely consider some of these necessities, and I can
Now-
give you my take afterwards.
Afterwards. Okay. Now, am I gonna see the full list?
No, it's gonna be blind.
Why?
So you gotta keep
Keep
or
it or lose it.
keep it or lose it from the top.
Okay.
So
right.
that's the
All right.
excitement of it. So don't scroll over
I'm
into
not.
notes.
I'm not gonna scroll over.
But yeah, keep 5. Excuse me. Keep 5, lose 5. Fly fishing accessories, fly fishing gear.
Okay.
First one on the list, I'm going with nippers.
I think you got to keep that. I use them so much for everything. Obviously, tying a rig. Obviously, changing on the How else would you go about starting a rig over if you wanted to tie a different tie on, or God forbid you lose
You can use your teeth.
you lose it.
I mean, hypothetically, I'm just putting I'm playing devil's
Yeah.
advocate. I know a bunch of
I'm gonna
guys that
keep.
teeth it.
I'm gonna keep the clippers.
I like that pick. I love that pick for you.
Yeah, I'm not a teeth guy.
Okay.
I'm not a teeth guy. I'm a
And
clipper
and
guy.
you can't get as precise when you gotta clip close to, like, a small
Yeah,
nymph.
yeah.
You wanna be pretty close to
Well,
that
and you've
eyelid.
told me you're trying to make it look as natural as possible,
Mhm.
and if you have a like a
Little tag
little
end.
tag end, then you're just hurting your odds. You're just
Okay.
hurting yourself.
Hey, okay, he's keeping the nippers.
Keeping the nippers, so
Uh,
that's a keep.
Next on the list is floatant and or gink. So this is the goo that you put on a dry fly.
I'm losing that.
Okay.
I'm losing that. I rarely use it mainly because I nymph.
Yeah, you're not a big dry fly guy.
Not a big dry fly guy.
Maybe this summer I turn you into one.
Hey, I think it's a fun way of fishing. There's nothing against dry fly.
I love it from the boat, you
From
know?
the boat,
It's
yeah, just letting it float next to you.
and similar to streamers, it does work best when you're covering new water so often, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially like
yeah,
a big hopper, right?
yeah,
Like, if you cast a hopper in a pool a couple times, that they're gonna eat it or they're gonna not, but it's not like a nymph where they're gonna eat it on the
yeah.
50th cast.
So maybe me losing it means that I am not going to, throw a dry fly out there, but I have no problem nymphing the whole time. So I'm gonna lose that one. I'm gonna save. I'll save my other four.
Okay, we're gonna go next with a net.
I'm gonna keep my net. I don't think you need it.
Yeah,
Like
that's why it's on the list.
I've seen plenty of people catch a fish, reel it in,
Hand line
literally
it.
grab the fish, undo it,
Yep.
throw it away, or keep it, whatever. But I like my net. I think
Okay.
it's swaggy.
Yeah, you do it, swag,
And I also feel like I need it right now for myself. Like
for sure.
I'm not one to go that route of just like holding the fish up by the line. And
Well, and if you happen to catch like a PB, a big
yeah,
ass
what are you
fish,
gonna do?
you don't want to risk losing
Losing that.
by
Plus,
hand
I
eye
kind of
it.
use it to measure.
Yeah. True.
Oh,
Oh, phone call.
phone call. Phone call.
Pardon our take. But yeah, I like.
I'm keeping the net, keeping
Hey.
the clippers, losing the gink.
Okay, next we're going forceps,
Okay.
otherwise
so-
known as hemos.
Yeah.
Hemos
So,
taking a fly.
yeah,
out
if
of a-
if it's really stuck in there, you might need to get in there.
yeah.
I think I would lose. I'm gonna lose the forceps.
Okay.
I don't use them very much, although I really love having them in the bag.
It's one of those things where when you need it, you're so glad you
So
have
glad
it.
you have.
But it's not like every fish requires forceps.
right.
So.
Plus, I got you there. If I can't figure it out, just Al, come help me.
You got it. Next on the list is indicators.
I am an indicator fisherman as
you-
a nympher.
Just keep in mind what could be on this list, though. So it's up to you whether you keep it or don't.
I like that I have 2 and 2 right now. I feel like I have space. I do rely on the indicators probably a little too much. I think I'm gonna keep them,
Yep.
although that might be an unpopular take because
I don't
like,
hate it.
well, talking to like Liam and stuff, he's like,
Only
don't
to
even,
streamers.
yeah, he's like, don't even like look, just get the feel of the line and everything. I guess I'm just
Like
not
some
that-
Euro nymphing type.
yeah, I
stuff,
guess I'm
yeah.
just not that good yet, or I don't have that feel yet. So I am gonna
Hey.
keep the indicator. That answer might change 3 years from now.
Hey, I
you
like
know?
that take. And I mean, I've been fly fishing forever, and I
And you still use
almost
it.
exclusively use an indicator when I'm
Yeah,
nymphing. And besides special occasions, like if I'm sight fishing or it's super shallow, or I just want the fun of a Euro style drift, But
Yeah.
I love indicators. I don't hit that pick.
Okay.
Next is waders and boots. And this isn't to say
This is kind of a tough.
this isn't to say you can't have no footwear at all, but like
Yeah.
you could, say you could wear Crocs or other flip flops or booties or something, but this is specifically waders paired with wading boots.
So here's what I am struggling with this is what time of year,
This is just overall.
because I could fish with no waders or boots for the entire honestly, like now through August or even
Yeah.
September.
And on the boat, you're
And-
not really
and we
wearing.
don't wear them on the boat. But
But this is just overall.
I also love winter fishing.
Keep
and
it
I
forever
can't-
or lose it forever.
I can't not have waders and boots in the winter, but that snow fishing experience is one of my favorite feelings in the world. I'm gonna lose them because I don't think I really need them for the entire year, but I would be giving up winter fishing, and that kind of sucks. I'm gonna lose them.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose them. So I'm at 3 and 3. I am worried about what's coming next. I have no idea, but yeah, I'm
Next
gonna lose them.
next on the list is tippet rings, which is something that I don't think you've used much of, but it's a
No.
small ring that you put on your leader that you usually tie tippet to so that you're not always chopping down your leader when you're switching, in particular, nymph
Oh,
rigs. But it
interesting.
can be applicable to other rigs, streamer or a dry dropper or whatever. But
Yeah.
instead of, doing blood knots or surgeon knots and connecting
And
leader,
continuously cutting your leader when you
yeah,
switch it.
you're
Yeah.
cutting to the ring, and it can make rigging up a little bit easier, and you're not wasting material as
I'm
much.
gonna lose that. I've never used it. I think that's pretty fair
If you haven't used
that
it this far, you probably don't need it.
I don't really need it. Although I do think that's a really cool idea. A
Yeah.
good idea. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with tippet rings. Sometimes I love them, sometimes I'm just like, "Fuck it, it's not worth, the hassle of putting one on or keeping track of them all the time," but I do appreciate a tippet ring, I do.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll lose it. I'll lose it.
cool. Next on the list is sunglasses, specifically polarized sunglasses.
I'm keeping my sunnies.
Okay.
I love my sunnies.
Yep.
I don't know where they are right now, and it's stressing me out. Both of
4
those things.
4 and 4.
4 and 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an easy pick.
The last 2, one second to last, a pack/vest.
Hmm. Do I want to
Your
keep
fly
it
bag.
or lose my fly bag? Do I want to
Are you carrying
lose
everything in your pockets, or you want something to hold all your gear?
I am gonna keep my bag. I don't love my bag, but it's because of the bag that I chose.
Style bag,
It's
but
just kind of a style bag, and I wish I had a more functional bag. But
but say you do in this situation.
yeah,
Say you do have the best bag.
I'm gonna keep it. I think it's important, one, not just for carrying flies, and stuff you might want to tie on.
Mhm.
Where you're gonna put your phone, bag. Where you're gonna, you're probably not bringing your wallet and
Well, and you
stuff.
ditched your waiter, so where are you putting your phone
Exactly.
now?
That's exactly right. And then I also use the bag to hold my net.
As you should.
So
Many people do.
I'm keeping it. I'm going. That's my fifth one that I'm keeping.
So it's an automatic loss on the next one.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be weights/split shot.
Oh well, that's pretty important.
Which I could have maybe tricked you into losing, because I did say I give you the necessities for a basic rig, but I did list out the items of the basic
You
rig.
did. You did. I mean, I would say weights are probably a part of the basic rig.
Yeah, but in this case, they're not.
But like, how am I getting it lower?
You're either fishing,
Heavier flies.
yeah, either fishing like a bead-headed nymph, right? Something
Yeah,
that has
so it
weight
has
on
weight
it,
on it.
or some wire ribbing to the. A lot of flies have like some copper or a certain type of wire
So I'd have
ribbing,
to get creative.
so it has weight on it. Like that's what
Yeah.
Euro nymphing is they don't use split shot, but they have big bead heads that get
Yeah.
their flies down.
Okay.
So you should
Okay.
just be using bigger flies. Or if you're dry fly or streamer fishing, you don't really need weights for those either.
True.
So
True.
I don't think it's a bad loss. But
Okay. Okay. Uh, yeah, I think if I were to change anything, what did I say I was gonna keep? I said I was gonna keep nippers,
net,
net,
indicator,
indicators,
sunglasses,
sunglasses,
and
and a
pack.
pack. Um, I might switch weights for maybe like nippers, dude.
What?
And learn how to
Oh
clip it with
God.
my teeth. I don't know. I think I like my 5, but I feel like it's quite a loss
Yeah.
losing weights,
That's why I said it last.
especially nymphing. Like we rely on
We
weights
need-
quite a
Yeah,
bit.
we love our weights, dude.
Yeah.
But you could get creative. You could start throwing
get
one bigger,
creative.
heavier, nymph fly.
Yeah, I
What
like
fly?
my 5. Would you have changed anything?
I would go if I had to pick real quick, I would go nippers, indicator, sunglasses, weights, and probably
Like get rid of your pack.
I'd probably that's so hard, dude. I haven't really thought about this for myself. I know I would ditch forcep. I know I would ditch net because
You
they're
could just get
yeah.
out.
I mean they're niceties, not necessary. What's the word?
Necessities.
Necessities. They're
Yeah.
niceties, not necessities.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would go nippers, indicators, sunglasses, probably pack, vest, and weights myself.
Okay.
That would be my 5.
Maybe I get rid of the net and just learn how to
You just
not
yeah,
need it.
you went net over weights for
That's probably what it
in our comparative list.
Okay,
You went
okay.
net, I went weights. Would you change that or not?
I do love my net.
Knowing the full 10 items, would you or would you not change that?
I
If this
do
is all
love
you
my
could fly fish with.
I think I would change that. I think we nymph way too much not to be able to put weights on would be such a bummer.
And what would you lose? The net or something else?
Probably the net. Yeah, I think you convinced me away from the nippers. I think the nippers are important.
I think I need nippers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's why people usually wear them on a lanyard right here, like standalone, because you're cutting off your rig, you're changing flies, cutting tags.
You're using it so much.
We use it to cut chenille for the pegworm setup.
For the
You,
worm.
you know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
use it to alter the look of any fly. You know, you can use it to cut, I guess, anything if you're in a pinch. You know,
Yeah.
I've used it to get flies unstuck from like a shirt. You
Mhm.
know, like you very meticulously clip some threads so you're not
Mm.
ripping a giant hole in your shirt. You can just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
clip the one thread it's stuck on.
Yeah,
I
we're
don't know.
using them a lot. We're using them a lot. So I might change weights for a net, although I am glad I'm not in this scenario in real life, this realistic scenario, and that I get to use,
All of these are
everything.
all of these are
Yeah,
nice.
they
to
are
have.
nice to have
for
for
sure.
sure. Cool. No,
Well,
that was a fun segment.
yeah.
That was a fun segment.
I think we had very similar lists, and I think most people would agree with the list, knowing the full 10 to choose
Yeah.
from. So
Yeah.
if you guys think any differently, let us know what you'd pick for your
Let us
fi-
know in the comments.
What would you keep? What would you ditch? Let us know.
Yeah.
Well, we're losing light.
Yeah,
and
let's wrap it up.
I think we've set our spiel for the day.
Yeah.
Closing words?
No, thanks for listening to us, man. Hit me up on Real Matty Kush, Twitter, Insta, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Look out for a bunch of content from us. We have fishing trips coming up. We got bachelor parties. Eventually, I'm gonna cook something else and I'll post something. But yeah, no, thanks for listening, and no, excited to continue. Next one's episode 10. That's exciting.
Big deal.
Big deal.
You know, two full tally marks up. You know, the 5 and the 5.
Yeah,
So
just the
that's
beginning.
maybe I do it in tallies for up 10.
Ooh,
That'd be cool. That'd
big
be
old
cool.
X.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
Hey, that's awesome. Well, yeah, bear with us. We've been busy. We know we lack social. I say this every episode, but there's a lot going on, and it was a 2 and now a 3-man crew, which is a lot in terms of the full production of a podcast. So more content coming your way. You can follow us at Parlays and Paddles on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Parlays letter N Paddles on Twitter, or X as the kids call it. And you can hit me at Nymphing on everything else. But thanks for hanging with us. Hopefully you love the recap, and we'll see you next week.
Later, y'all.
Peace.